Good afternoon, students. I hope you all are very well and taking care of your health. Today, I am going to discuss or I am going to talk about Civics class 6th, third lesson, that is government. Okay. In this lesson, we are going to learn some of the major concepts. The first concept is the definition of the government. Then we are going to talk about the need or the functions of the government. Then we are going to discuss about the levels of government. Afterwards, we are going to discuss about the types of government. And at last, we are going to discuss about features of democracy. Okay? So let's begin. We'll take point wise. The first point is the definition of government. Okay. As you have heard the word many times, definition. People talk about government, this word many a times. You listen on news, then read in newspaper. There are different news regarding government. But if you see the exact definition of government, what it means, okay? As we can define it like an agency or the group that rules a particular territory, it takes decisions regarding that particular area. So that is government. Okay? It's the simplest definition of government. Then we'll move to the next point, that is need or the functions of the government. Okay? We'll see one by one. The first point is resource control. Okay? In resource control, that you know that there are two types of resources. One is natural resources and the other is man-made resources. So government of that particular country take control or take resources control under it. Okay, then second point is development. In development, there are many perspectives, like economical development is there, then we have educational development, then economical, educational, then we have social development. There are different type of development that government has to take care, or it is a need of the government. Then we require the need of government for this purpose. Okay, then we have law making. As we take the example of India, we have the system called parliament, then we have the president. They make the laws that are applicable to whole country. So government is helpful in making the laws. Then it is not the work of government only to make the laws, but also the government has to implement the laws. For implementation, they have different type of agencies. We can say like there are ministers, then state ministers, then we have bureaucracy. There are different officers that implement government's decision. And the next point is protection. So government of particular country has to protect the country. It may be from the internal enemy as well as it can be of external enemies. Then the next one is managing economy. So each country requires some economical resources, and that is the work of government to provide this or manage these economical factors. So these are the different needs or the functions of the government. Then we will come to next point, that is levels of government. So there are three basic levels or major levels. First is national level, the second one is state level, and third one is the local one. So in national level, we have this national level government control on the country. They have the control over the whole country. That is first level of our democracy, or we can say India. Then we have the state government. As you know, there are 28 states and each state has a state government. And the state government take decisions regarding that particular state. And then we have the local government. Local government is also again subdivided into three groups like ZP or Jilla level, and then we have block level, and third one is village level. So these are the locals. These are the three levels of government. Then we have next point, that is types of governments. So there are different types of government. The first is monarchy. This is one of the oldest type of government, monarchy, where either a king or a queen rules that particular country, that is monarchy. Earlier in our India also there was such type of system, that was monarchy. Then we have the second point, that is military government, where the military officers or military is taking care of the country. And then we have democracy. Of course, this is a government of the people. We have an example of India, where we have democracy and people are directly or indirectly part of the government. So this is democracy. Then last one is dictatorship. In dictatorship, there is either one person who is ruling the whole country. He is only taking decision. He is the whole and sole person of that particular country. Then these are the four type of government we have seen. And the last point is features of democracy. In features, we'll see one by one. The first feature is majority rule. In India, especially, which political party gets or secure more and more votes become the majority party, and it rules the country. That is majority rule. What we can say, the majority rules. Now we have the government which are in the majority, like in India at national level we have BJP and its alliance, that is NDA. Then in India we have multi-party system, where there are different parties which are national level as well as state level. So multi-parties, we have the multi-party system in India, where there are different parties which are ruling the, or they are taking part in the democracy. Then we have fundamental rights. In fundamental rights, each citizen has got certain rights which are fundamental, which are the basic rights we can say. These rights are important, and every government has to, our country has, government has to provide these fundamental rights. Then we have the freedom of association, means people of the country can make association, they can form association for their rights. So we have the freedom of association, where people can form association, they can create association. And then we have next point, that is independency of judiciary. In our country, judiciary system or the court system is completely separate from the government. Government can't control any agency or any part of the judiciary, that is Supreme Court, then High Court and